how would you describe your film, Bob Wilson's Life and Death of Marina Abramovich?
I would describe it as an intimate portrait of four artists collaborating for the first time in their lives. The four artists being Bob Wilson and Marina Abramovich, of course, but also Willem Dafoe, who's the lead actor in the play, and Anthony Haggerty, who composed the music and sang in the play. And I, as the observer and the narrator of this experience, of this adventure, I tried to have a intimate, as I said, point of view in order to make some sort of a personal journal of what was going on while they were making the piece.
And how did you come up with the idea of making this film?
It wasn't my idea. Marina Abramovich asked me to do it because she asked Bob Wilson to make the piece. And she actually asked Bob to stage her funeral first. And then she said, okay, great. So, but are you going to do my life as well? So in the end, that's how the play started. But she knew from the beginning that it was going to be a very unique collaboration because the four of them had never worked together before, and they were so different, but at the same time, all of them with such an interesting and strong work to bring in the play. So she was aware of it being a unique occasion and asked me to make a film about it because she didn't want it to get lost. She wanted something to stay and be able to, remember what happened. So that's how I accepted and did it.
So the spotlight for this year's Stockholm Film Festival is power. Do you see any aspects of power in your film?
To be honest with you, I hate the concept of power. Even the word, I think, doesn't sound good in English or Italian, which is my language. But at the same time, of course, if you see directing, whether it's cinema or theater, as a power position, as far as making decisions, taking decisions and directing other people, and in order to make something, then of course, in my film there is some sort of power games all around, because Bob Wilson is a very strong theater director, and with more than 50 years of work behind. Marina has been a performance artist for more than 40 years. She's a very strong personality as well. Willem, is a very experienced actor, strong personality as well, and so is Anthony, who's the youngest of the four, but still very together as far as at what it does. So in the beginning, there was also some power struggles because it was the first time for each of them that they were doing something like that. Bob Wilson, for example, had made theater pieces based on biographies, but this was the first time he was working on someone's biography, and this someone is alive, thank God, and is there and is working in the piece. So, of course, Marina tended in the beginning to have control of her life material. But, of course, then Bob took the control from her because he was the director of the piece. And Marina tried to, let everything go and just be directed and used however he wished to use her. So that kind of power, which I guess is actually a positive notion of power, yeah.
And where did you fit in this power struggle?
I try to be as invisible as possible because I sensed immediately that it was a very delicate process, especially in the beginning. So I was absolutely respectful of Bob's work. He's, my favorite theater director, and it was even before. So with all the respect for his work process, and I know he loves, to be surrounded by silence and concentration, I had a deep knowledge and appreciation of Marina's work, and so is for Willem, and so is for Anthony. So with all this respect for these personalities, I tried to not make them aware of my presence, because, as I said, I wanted to have an intimate point of view, and you can only be intimate if you're kind of spying on these people without them noticing that you're there, filming the whole thing. Otherwise, you just distract them or break something.
So finally, apart from your own film, what would you recommend people to see at this year's Stockholm Film Festival?
Oh, there's so many. I just looked at the catalog yesterday, and I'm so sorry I'm only here for 3 days because there's like tens of movies I want to see. Well, I haven't personally seen Pietà by Kim Ki-duk. I'm dying of curiosity for that one, and for the Carlos Reigada's last film as well. Takeshi Kitano, I'm a big fan of his. I haven't seen his last movie. I saw It's Playing. So is Haneke's Amour. Eva Natal from France. Also, I admire. I'm curious to see many, really. So I think it's an exciting festival.
Thank you very much.